Dr. Fawzia Khan.
Thank you, Honorable Sir. Due to paucity of time, sir, I shall try to limit myself to a few concerns only. However, there are innumerable concerns, complexities, which need deliberation, particularly with different stakeholders. This bill is going to impact crores of different people and has very wide repercussions. Therefore, we are of the opinion, sir, that this should go to a select committee and it must be scrutinized thoroughly. I would like to emphasize that natural resources of our country are the actual wealth of that country. These resources are our permanent assets, which nobody can snatch away from us. No demonetization can make them valueless in a minute, or no entity can carry it away, unless, of course, we ourselves sell them off to outsiders. Sir, you are aware that 235 million metric tons of coal was imported last year, out of which 100 million tons was the non-substitutable cooking coal. That is a very large quantity, sir. And this alone has cost us 1.5 lakh crore rupees, sir. This is a lot of money, especially in these trying times. Sir, and while new thermal plants have been banned, and the existing thermal plants like the BHEL have been asked to function at a much lower capacity, where has this large amount of coal been used, I wonder? Sir, don't you think we are, as a nation, must move towards renewable sources of energy at a more faster pace? However, sir, this is the fourth consecutive amendment to this bill, fourth time. Why is the government indecisive regarding this? Why this piecemeal approach? Why are we coming again and again? The bill, of course, liberates the captive mines and permits the end users to sell up the 50% of their resource in the open market at an additional premium paid to the government, which was earlier restricted. This will surely allow the end users to sell their second and third grade mining produce and avoid heaping of materials and causing environmental hazards. But, sir, will this not open the doors for privatization to exploit the allotment system and get larger mines allotted than their capacity? This issue needs to be addressed, because a dilution in the eligibility process of the allotment can result in not so prudent decisions, which can have a disastrous impact on the environmental balance. The bill also lacks in addressing the environmental hazards caused by the process of mining itself. For instance, several forests and national sanctuaries may be adversely affected. It does not address the transportation involved, especially in the transportation of coal and other minerals. This has to be regulated and must be addressed. Sir, we must be very careful while exposing our valuable natural resources to the FDI, and the security concerns relating to them must be deliberated and addressed. We must not land ourselves in state-center conflicts that take us nowhere and again make us take legal recourse. At the end, sir, what about the large-scale dispossession of Adivasis that leads to the pauperization and destruction of their communities? This bill would impact both the environment as well as the tribal culture. A third-party monitoring mechanism. Monitoring is very important. A third-party monitoring mechanism must be brought in for the monitoring of the transfer of licenses from the old lessee to the new. All this, sir, is a complex process, and it would be very much advisable to take this to a select committee so that all the complexities can be studied at length. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr.